back at the 2018 Vegas Rookie Faceoff presented by NextGen, and at the City National Arena, Ducks and Coyotes second period action just about to occur, and we have a 3-0 Anaheim lead. We'll kickstart our second period 5-on-5. I'm Andy Selch. We'll throw it down to Bob Heathouse, who's going to have our call here for the second period.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. And as we said earlier, Andy and I are in different locations this morning. Andy's up in the broadcast booth area, if you will, and I'm down below, right? Ice level, behind the game and penalty time area and the penalty boxes. So it's great as far as finding and feeling the atmosphere in a game, but not so great calling play-by-play. So there's going to be a few blind spots. Andy may help me out a little bit, but we'll give it a go here as the Coyotes and the Ducks line up to begin the second period. Arizona attacking from left to right, and the middle frame gets underway. Larson for the Ducks on the right side to Troy Terry over the line. Left wing to Comtois. He'll get the first shot. Save made by Tendek. And then there was an opportunity as roaring in was Terry to try to jam that home on the rebound, but Tendek held it close.
Boy, second consecutive shift to start off a period for this Ducks team to get a scoring chance. First period it was Terry, this time Comtois.
Well, that line of Steele, Comtois, and Terry has been the best for either team in the tournament, or any team really in the tournament. And they're really showing why, Andy, that they could be considered legitimate chances to maybe make the Ducks roster.
Right, yeah, I mean, you of course have Terry and Steele that have certainly caught some headway in terms of news. Comtois, I don't want to cut him short, but he's second rounder, and I guess when you're talking in terms of Ducks forwards, he might not be the first name that come to mind, but he's certainly showing you why he should be.
Coyotes come over the line. A shot from the left point by Deneen is turned away by Durney. And the puck played in the left corner by Kelly Klima. His twin brother Kevin on the roster too, but not playing today. And a shot again by Deneen from the left point is turned away into the near corner. Players scramble for the puck. Goes to the right point. Smerrick keeps it in and drives one. That deflects wide. Rebound in front. And the loose puck is picked off. And up the ice comes Sam Steele. Steele for the Ducks. Backhanded into the Coyotes' right corner. Cam Deneen retrieves. Now it's turned over in front and a chance. And the puck deflects out of play, or did it go in the net?
It went in the net,
All
so
right.
It was tipped. Olsen was able to get in there. It's second one of the night. That was pinballing everywhere, so Bob, I don't blame you for losing sight of that one down on ice level, because that hit about two different people, and Olsen was finally there to jam it home, so you got a 4-0 Ducks lead.
Well, the Ducks were in the midst of a change, and their players were standing up right in front of me. I lost sight of that puck, but a turnover by the Coyotes in front, and Anaheim, much like it did in the first period, takes advantage and now has a 4-0 lead in this contest early in the second period. Second of the game for the Ducks player. Who scored that?
That was Olsen again.
Kyle Olsen?
Yeah, again, the guy out of Tri-City, a Calgary, Alberta native. Certainly making a good case here during the tournament. He was not playing during the first game, had a good game against the Avalanche, and of course a 2-goal game here so far in this one.
Kopak over the line on the left wing, had it knocked off his stick. Puck goes into the Coyotes' left corner. It's worked free and played behind the net by Jan Jenik. The 17-year-old won't turn 18 until this coming Saturday. He sends one on goal, and Durney turns it away. Jan Jenik, a third-round pick for the Coyotes in June. First of two third-rounders. And he's a guy that likes to mix it up a little bit. He's 6'1", about 170 pounds. The Coyotes want him to fill out a little bit, but he kind of has a mixture of skill and some power to his game. And it'll be very interesting to see how he develops. Again, just 17 years of age.
To take it back, before the Anaheim goal, Kelly Klima had a chance, but just some bad puck luck. It bounced right over his stick as he was cutting to the slot. And this could be a 3-1 game had that puck not have bounced over his stick.
Now in the Coyotes zone, players look to gain control. It's sent behind the net by the Ducks. Terrence Amorosa comes from the left point to keep it in. Now it works free to the center ice line. And on the right wing, here's Jeremy McKenna coming in and shooting. He scores! Jeremy McKenna, the camp invitee from Moncton in the Quebec League, races down the right wing and puts it upstairs Off the bar and in, and the Coyotes are on the board. It's now 4-1.
Boy, just a good shot by McKenna. He beats him right off the post, and Durney, he was positioned good. It was just a great shot. I mean, he hit that one barn in. That just goes to show that accuracy and the quick release that he had coming off that right wing with speed.
Well, Jeremy McKenna, as I mentioned, does not have a contract. He's trying to play for one, and he was a pretty lethal scorer in the Quebec Major Junior League. 36 goals, 77 points with Moncton last year. And he really rifled that shot and put it in the perfect spot. So the differential is 3 once again. 4-1 now. Each team has scored in this second period. Coyotes have outshot the Ducks 16-13. But it's Anaheim making the most of its opportunities. Just about 3 minutes into this second period. Cam Deneen at center ice, dumps it in on net. And the goaltender, Durney, turns it away into the near corner. Now clear to the right point. Smerrick into the slot. A quick shot. That goes wide. Braden Burke had that opportunity. Burke behind the net. Looks for the wraparound on the backhand. Puck slides in behind the net. Now squirts free left point. Shot by Deneen is blocked. And the puck tapped ahead by the Ducks, but not far. Back come the Coyotes. Kelly Klima drops it off. Quick shot. Nate Schnarr. And the save by Durney. Now in the near corner. Players battling for the loose puck as the Coyotes now, after that goal by McKenna, trying to make a push.
Oh yeah, I think the first period is a lot like the second period. You had the Ducks for the first 2-3 good shifts, and then the Arizona Coyotes took control in the first period, much like this one, but now we got a penalty that's going to go in favor of Anaheim. We're going to have a Coyotes player, and that's Klima, sent to the box.
Kelly Klima in the box for holding. As I mentioned earlier, Kelly, a twin, his twin brother Kevin, also in this camp for the Coyotes, and they're the sons of the former NHLer Peter Klima, outstanding goal scorer in the 80s and 90s for several NHL teams.
Tampa Bay, when they first came around, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Right, and the Klima brothers born actually in Tampa Bay while their dad Peter was playing there. Also Detroit and Edmonton, LA for Peter Klima. Now on the right side come the Ducks. They've got the power play and the 4-1 lead. Puck goes into the Coyotes' near corner. Cleared by Jordan Gross to the line, kept in by Josh Mahura. Now Mahura to the right point. Feeds it off there. Back to Mahura. He'll take the shot. And Tendek just got a piece of it with the right pad. On the near boards, the Ducks keep it in. Goes to the right point. Coming in, quick shot by Troy Terry. And the save by Tendek again. Anaheim pressuring on the power play. The Ducks have one power play goal this afternoon. Here's Steele now to the blue line to Mahura. Back to Terry, right circle. He'll send it left circle to steal the shot. Past the outstretched glove of Tendek, off the glass and out of play.
Oh, you got to give Tendek some credit there. That was a good save. Steele was looking to pick that corner, that glove-high corner on him, and Tendek was able to get, first of all, aware of it, get squared up, throw it up there and make the stop. And Steele had his eyes raising up to the rafters here at the City National Arena for not getting that one through.
Minute 6 left in the penalty on Kelly Klima. 4-1 Anaheim over the Coyotes here in the second. Now a shot deflected in front. Rebound, they score. The Ducks have scored again on the power play on the goal by Julius Nattinen.
He picked one up against Colorado, and here he gets another one. Yeah, that was just a garbage goal. Sorry there, Bob. It was a garbage type goal. You call those when they're in front of the net and you're looking to just jam them home. But that's right place, right time for Nattinen. You know, if you charge to the net, good things are going to happen. And of course, he gets another one here in the tournament.
Nattinen, of course, the Finn who won a gold medal at the World Junior Championship in 2016 and then a Memorial Cup with the London Knights the following year. He was a teammate there with the current Arizona Coyote, Christian Dvorak. And he's on the scoreboard here today. Ducks now with a pair of power play goals. And they answer the Coyotes' goal in this period with another one, their second of the period. It's now 5-1, 5 minutes into this middle frame. Shot from the right point, right on. And Durney makes the save on the opportunity by Jordan Gross from the right point.
Well, I don't know if Durney took exception to that player cutting across the crease on him or not. It clipped him a little bit. Durney skated. I don't know if he was stretching his legs or if he was barking away or not.
Draw coming to Durney's left. Coyotes control it. Gennaro, right point to Dylan Plouffe, and behind the net to Jens Luque. He had 2 goals on Sunday against the Kings. Now to Plouffe, center point, into the middle. The shot doesn't get through, and the Ducks clear to center. Played by Plouffe. Dylan Plouffe sending ahead to Mateo Gennaro. He'll sweep it in behind the net. Durney back to play it. Clears into the corner. Gennaro shoots it right back in behind the net. Ducks trying to clear, and for Anaheim, now sending it and skating with it out to center ice is Benoit Olivier Gruel, Ducks' second-round pick in June. Dumped in behind the Coyotes net. Tendek reaches back, stops it, gives it to Plouffe. He'll clear to center ice to Braden Burke. Burke dumps in behind the Ducks net now with 6 minutes gone in the second period and a 5-1 Anaheim lead. Now Tendek will play it behind his own net. Hands it off to Jalen Smerrick. Center ice looking for Keegan Howdeshell. He can't control it. Rolling puck played by Yannick in his own end. Finds Howdeshell on the left wing, racing into the zone. The quick shot save made by Durney. And the rebound is swept away along the near side by Hunter Drew.
Coyotes are getting more and more chances here. Durney's getting really worked in this period. Arizona out shooting 21-15 in the game entirely.
And they've got 8 here in this second period. But they're down 5-1. Coyotes getting the opportunities, but not able to cash in thus far. Now a shot by Notinen again. And this time it's Tendek to make the save and hold on.
And Notinen trying for 2 on the night after having that most recent one for Anaheim. But Tendek also, he worked pretty good in the first period and certainly to open up each frame. But he's trying to keep the team's head above water here with this 4-goal deficit.
Both of these goaltenders drafted in June. Tendek in the 6th round, Durney in the 5th. Now in front, another chance for the Ducks as Tendek stretches out with the right pad and is able to keep it from going behind him. On the far boards, Nate Schnarr fell down, but the Coyotes able to come up with it. Kelly Klima racing in between the 2 Ducks defenders, lost his balance and collided with the goaltender Durney, could not handle the puck.
Klima almost went inside out on Larson there. That was a good move.
Up the ice comes Sam Steele. Steele getting into the Coyote zone. He's cut off on the back check by Schnarr. Puck knocked away. Now with it is Comtois on the left side, and a shot by Benoit finds its way into Tendek, but David Tendek makes the save as he was square to the shooter, and he holds it.
Well, Benoit certainly had a good tournament, I feel. He's had some good flashes in the offensive zone. Stepped up there, took advantage of a good opening towards the front of the net, and a 19-year-old from Laval, Quebec, putting another shot on net to try to get the Ducks even further on the lead, but it still remains a 5-1 score.
Draw to the right of Tendek. Mitch Holtz tossed out of the circle for the Ducks. Jack Kopaka comes in. He wins it. And the puck goes into the far circle, knocked ahead by Kevin Ball. Can't get it out. Right point shot is wide on the near boards. It's handed off to Dylan Plouffe. Plouffe on the left wing. Too far for Albert McNash on the Czech Republic. He's here on a tryout as well for the Coyotes. Now in the right corner in the Anaheim end. It goes behind the net. Ducks have possession. Terrence Amorosa, rink wide. A little too far on the right side for Kyle Olsen. Olsen has led the Anaheim goal-scoring attack today with 2 goals in this 5-1 Ducks lead. And now the Coyotes lace the puck with 11:57 to go in the second.
Well, we got a busy day today at City National Arena. More so right now because we have 2 games that are simultaneously going on. If you look to our right, you can see the Colorado Avalanche players are heading back to their rink on the other side as they got a game going on that started at 11:30.
Face off to the right of Tendek. Puck squirts into the slot. Cleared ahead by big Kevin Ball, the 6'6 defenseman. And he'll clear it into the Anaheim end. Devin Sidoroff back to get it. On the right wing, redirected into the Coyotes' right corner. And after it, Cam Dineen with Gruel in hot pursuit. Dineen trying to clear it. It deflects now across the ice. And Dineen stays with it on the right boards. Throws it up to Jens Luque. Gennaro in the right circle, the shot. That hit a body in front. Rebound played by the Ducks, and Tyler Soy able to get it out. Coyotes regroup in their own zone. Jalen Smerrick to Cam Dineen. Up on the left wing, off the stick of Jens Luque. He's another one of the Coyotes with pro experience, played last year in Tucson. Back come the Ducks now. Over the line, Mahura with the shot. That's wide. Josh Mahura, 22 goals last year for the Regina Pats. Second among all defensemen in the Western League. Left circle. Shot by Benoit is wide of the net. And the Coyotes able to get it out.
Boy, Benoit, good look. Just wasn't able to get on the tape of one of his teammates. He had two Ducks threatening in the slot.
Ducharme over the line to Dostie. He's cut off along the far board. Sends in behind the Coyotes' goal. Back to get it there. Here's Gennaro to Schmerich. Coyotes' Tyler Steenbergen racing up the left wing. In over the Ducks line. Steenbergen, the wrist shot from the left circle. And Turney got a piece of that to deflect it wide. Almost midway through this second period. 5-1 Anaheim in the lead. Final game of this Vegas rookie face-off for both teams, as now the Ducks are going to be called for icing.
Well, this has been a good show here by the Vegas Golden Knights at City National Arena. I've been very impressed by the hospitality. I mentioned that in game one, but I came in here, I didn't know what to expect, and they have certainly been welcoming. It's been a great tournament so far, Bob.
Boy, I second that, Andy. A tremendous tournament. Wonderful facilities here at the City National Arena, the practice home of the Vegas Golden Knights, and their offices are here as well. And, of course, the city is all abuzz over hockey again after the great year that the Golden Knights had. And then the big trade the other night, acquiring Max Pacioretty from the Canadiens and then signing him to another 4-year contract yesterday. As the Golden Knights, certainly with a lot of pressure to live up to the season they had a year ago.
And that impacted this tournament as you had Suzuki have to end his workout after the game on Sunday. He had to end his workout a little bit short to get told he was getting traded.
Shot by Jordan Kroos from the left point. Save made by Durney. And the Ducks clear it out. Kroos back to play it in his own end. Former Notre Dame Fighting Irish. He had the puck stripped. Chance for the Ducks, and a shot from the left circle by Dostie. Just goes wide.
Good play by Dostie there in the offensive zone. A little reminiscing to what Kiefer Sherwood did yesterday. Sherwood able to pick up a goal on it. Dostie had a bad angle.
Chance in front of the Ducks net. A big pileup of players there, but Durney keeps it out. Up the ice comes Troy Terry. Terry moving to the middle. Terry, the wrist shot. That slams off the glass behind the goaltender Tendek. Kelly Klima to center ice now. On the left wing. Shot in by Liam Kirk. Puck goes into the Ducks near corner. Coyotes fighting to keep it alive and get the pressure on Durney. Anaheim, however, gets possession. And the Ducks clear it out. Terry passing for Comtois just off the stick of Steele on the left wing. Puck in the Coyotes' far corner. Jalen Smerrick up to center ice. Now racing into the zone for the Coyotes was Mika Sear. Puck in behind the Anaheim net. Work free to the left point. Kept in there by Kevin Ball. Now right side to Cam Dineen. Into the corner. McNash with it. And then taken away and cleared by the Ducks into the Coyotes' end.
Well, you had a quick snapshot that occurred right there in the slot, and Durney blockered it away. That thing happened within a second for it. I mean, if you can't stop it, you might as well get it to the corner again, and that was a good awareness there by the young netminder.
7:45 left in the second as we get a stoppage. Coyotes out shooting the Ducks 26-18, but it's all Anaheim on the scoreboard right now. 5-1, led by a pair of goals from Kyle Olson today. Lone Coyotes goal came from Jeremy McKenna in this second period. As we'll have a stoppage so the ice crew can come out and do a little maintenance, as we've seen throughout this tournament midway through each period. Well, Andy, I'd like to take this time to congratulate you on your new job in the Anaheim organization with the AHL San Diego Gulls. I know that you have a pretty impressive resume working in the AHL in the East in both Springfield and in Utica, but now you're out west in a huge market in San Diego. I imagine you're pretty excited.
Oh, I'm very happy. Thank you, Bob. I really do appreciate that. It's good to be over here in the West. And I tweeted about this yesterday. I've seen a lot of familiar faces from personnel and hockey ops players and organization staff members that have came over to the Western Conference. And in terms of Arizona, I know a handful of guys was working with the Coyotes for a year. And the first person that I saw that I recognized was the goaltending coach, Corey Schwab, a heck of a guy. And I tell you, when I saw him, it put a big ear-to-ear smile on my face, because there's a lot of fantastic people that work in hockey, and it's good to see them all again.
No question about that. And Corey Schwab is one of them, as he took over the Coyotes' full-time goaltending duties during the season last year, and he's back again. Players lining up now for a face-off just above the Ducks line on the far side. The ice crew just about ready to exit the ice, so we'll get it underway again.
Now, how's the emotions going down there, Bob? I'm sure right now it's a real good learning curve for both benches, whether it be for Anaheim on how to hold the lead and play with poise, and for Arizona how to try to work it back.
Well, that's right. And right now it's rather quiet down here because, you know, the score is one-sided, so the emotions and the hostilities aren't really flowing much. I think in a closer game and a more physical game, we would have seen that. It was kind of that way between the Coyotes and the Kings here on Sunday. It was a more physical game, a more intense game. And now the Ducks just added to their lead as they come down. Another tic-tac-toe play, and they finish it off past David Tendek to make it 6-1.
Well, if you got your hats thrown for Olsen, he was there on the backdoor play, so that'll make it 3 on the night for the young winger. Heck of a game for him so far, and you got to give credit to that feed, too. That came across the slot from Mahura. A St. Albert, Alberta native, able to throw it through some traffic and some active sticks to get it right on the tape of Olsen.
Kyle Olsen out of the Western Hockey League, the Tri-City Americans. I see that he only played in 36 games last year, so I imagine he was in an injury situation. But a guy who's healthy and certainly very, very productive today.
Yeah, a guy who was drafted in the 4th round in 2017. Trying to just work his way back after being limited to that small amount of games last year. And he's starting this year off right, I'll tell you that much.
So the Ducks scored 3 times in the first, and they've added 3 more here in the second. Coyotes with a Jeremy McKenna goal, but that has been it so far. It's 6-1, and now the Ducks again pressuring, backhander right on to the left of the net by Sidorov, and a save made by Tendek. And the Coyotes come away with it. Liam Kirk shoots the puck in behind the net. Durney clears it himself to the far boards. Just under 7 minutes remaining in this second period. 6-1 Anaheim. The Ducks continue their offensive explosion in this tournament, scoring 8 goals on Saturday against the Kings, 5 on Sunday against Colorado, and 6 already here today with about 26.5 minutes to go. Puck in the Ducks' right corner.
I got a delay penalty here as Sidorov was trying to get the puck loose and tripped up a Coyotes player. So it's an easy call for the referee. The Ducks will sit a man. And I think Sidorov is arguing the fact that there's embellishment as he turns around and yells at the player that he upended. I can finally get the license plate on it. It's Yannick that he took down.
Now Sidorov in the box. As you said, not real happy about it, but he'll cool off a little bit. As I look to my left, and he's about 3 feet away. The Coyotes get another power play, a chance to cut into this Anaheim 5-goal lead a little bit. If they can succeed, they had good puck movement on a power play in the first period, could not score. This is their 3rd overall power play of the game. They've outshot Anaheim 26-19, but the Ducks have certainly made the most of their opportunities. And the Ducks clear it now the length of the ice to start their penalty kill. Jalen Smerrick, captain of the Flint Firebirds last year, sends on the right side over the line to Tyler Steenbergen. Steenbergen gets into the right corner, had the puck knocked away, and again the Coyotes have to go back in their own zone to play it. Noel Hoffenmeyer chased behind the net, had it taken away. Centering pass intercepted by Smerrick. A good hustle play there by the Ducks Justin Ducharme. So he almost created a shorthanded chance.
Well, the Coyotes can't get anything generated here or any stable time of possession in the offensive zone right now.
Luque for the Coyotes shoots it into the Anaheim left corner. In to play it, Braden Burke to the left point to Cam Dineen. Dineen again to Burke. Burke to the slot. Burke with the shot. Saved by Durney. Rebound back to the Coyotes. Gennaro to Dineen behind the net. Now played by Luque. Into the right corner again. The Coyotes try to keep possession. They do. Burke left circle. Cruises into the corner. Throws it to the blue line, but nobody's there. And the puck will slide the length of the ice.
Dineen started to pinch to the boards rather than be straight up the middle. And that caught his forward off guard there. No look pass. That'll kill you. And he had a simple tap off to the boards to go back to him.
20 seconds left in the Coyotes power play. Again, they're thwarted getting into the Anaheim zone. Tendek comes out of his goal to play it. Feeds Dineen left side up off the stick of Burke at center ice. Now the puck bounces to the near boards. Penalty about to end on Sidorov. He's up and now out of the box as the Coyotes cannot get any closer. It's 6-1 Anaheim as both teams now are at full strength with just over 4 minutes remaining in this second period. Ducks, Troy Terry comes up the ice on the left wing. Max Comtois couldn't make a move. Loose puck played in behind the net. And Comtois tracks it down. He's being defended by Ball there. Big Kevin Ball, 6'6", is able to neutralize Comtois. He lost his stick. Puck deflects behind the goal. And Dylan Plouffe tried to advance it, could not. Now Gennaro up with the stick into the mouth area of Comtois, and this will be a high sticking penalty on the Coyotes, Mateo Gennaro.
We'll see how many we have. That one, it's probably just a 2. It landed right along his visor and then I think snuck under him and nipped his nose a little bit. It looks like Comtois has nothing running from his face, just a little bit of a blow right to his nostrils.
Comtois, the 44-goal scorer last year in the Quebec League, and as you mentioned earlier, Andy, a member along with Sam Steele of that gold medal winning Team Canada squad at the World Junior Championship. Seems to be okay, and Anaheim goes on the power play with this 6-1 lead late in the second period. Mitch Holtz with it. Comes over the line, drops it off to Nattinen, now to Olsen, who's got 3 of the 6 Anaheim goals today. Now it's sent past the right point, and Jakob Larsson, former first rounder for the Ducks back in 2015, goes back to get it. Larsson on the left wing for Nattinen. Nattinen gets to the Coyotes line, lost control of the puck. Now on the near boards, it's taken back by Anaheim's Holtz, and then played by the Coyotes. And Cam Dineen will clear it the length of the ice. 50 seconds gone in the Gennaro high sticking penalty. Up the ice come the Ducks. Pass into the middle for Steele, breaking in the shot. Tendek moves to his right, makes the save, and covers up.
No real estate there for Steele to make anything of it, and the angle was taken away pretty good there by Tendek and the surrounding defenseman. The only thing Steele could really do was try to create another rebound, but it was swallowed up pretty good there by Tendek.
Faceoff will come to the right of David Tendek. Nate Schnarr will face off for the Coyotes against Sam Steele of the Ducks. And Schnarr a little eager. He gets tossed out. Luque comes in. Again, the puck not dropped. Here's a good face-off. It deflects to the left point. Josh Mahura sends to the right point for Troy Terry. Terry looks now to Sidorov, to Mahura, to Steele, left circle the shot. That deflects high over the head of Tendek, out of play.
Schnarr got his stick in the shooting lane there for Steele. Really all you can do with the young Anaheim forward is just trying to get a deflection on it, tip it away from the net. He's got that good pinpoint accuracy, on top of that a quick release.
It's time to face off control by the Coyotes, and Jordan Gross will clear it the length of the ice to waste some time on the Gennaro penalty. 40 seconds left in that. 2:20 left in the second period. 6-1 Anaheim over the Coyotes. Sidorov over the line into the Coyotes' right corner. Terry sends to Mahura. He'll take the shot, and that deflects out of play. Mahura and Steele, teammates with the Regina Pats that were runner-up for the Memorial Cup last year. And Andy, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Steele was the Memorial Cup MVP even in a losing cause.
That's correct. He had 13 points, the most out of any player during the Memorial Cup. And you don't really see that too much where a losing player picks up the MVP, but he was just so darn good they could not give it to him.
Kind of like the Coyotes, Dylan Strome was the MVP the previous year in the Memorial Cup, despite losing it, finishing on the runner-up team. Now the puck sent in behind the Coyotes' net, clear to the right corner, and jumping on it for Arizona was Yannick, and he'll clear it. Penalty over now on Gennaro. He's out, so the Coyotes are at full strength. Game remains 6-1. Minute and a half to go, second period. Puck in behind the Coyotes' net. Now it deflects to the far corner. Dylan Plouffe clears it out. Amorosa in his own end. To the far side, not cleared by the Ducks, but on the second try, Amorosa sends it off the stick of Natton, and it'll go in behind the Coyotes' goal. Tendek to play it. Gives to Plouffe on the left wing to Gennaro. Up for McKenna at the line. That's knocked away by the Ducks' Chris Forney. And now we get the play stopped with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go in the second period. 6-1 Anaheim.
Well, I hate to say this, but you think for Anaheim, maybe you go through the routine plays, carry it out the rest of the period, you just play a strong, stable, defensive-minded game in the third period, and you look to take care and keep this lead the rest of the way.
Kind of like maintenance, I think,
exactly,
for the Ducks. For the Coyotes, obviously they have to really scramble to try to get back in this game in the third period. But right now it's all Anaheim. In the final minute of the second, shot on goal turned away by Durney. It's a 28 shot today by the Coyotes, but just one has gotten by Roman Durney. Jeremy McKenna, the lone goal for the Coyotes earlier in this second period. Now the Ducks Gruel with a shot. That's wide of the net. And the loose puck played by Liam Kirk. Kirk coming through the neutral zone. Kirk gets to the Anaheim line, goes wide to the right. On the near boards, it's now sent behind the net to the far side. Backhanded ahead by the Ducks. Ducharme with it in the left corner. He's cut off, and Braden Burke finds Kelly Klima. Here's Klima moving into the right circle. He's cut off. Looks into the middle of the shot by Burke. He scores! Kelly Klima was cut off in the right circle, but he found Braden Burke coming right down the slot, and he fed him with a pass, and Burke fires one by the goaltender Durney. And with just 5.2 seconds remaining in the second period, the Coyotes get their second goal of the day. It's now 6-2.
Well, it was a good transition there by Arizona, and a good look, too, by Klima to get that pass right in the slot and a wide open shot, too. And he caught the netminder, Durney, stepping. And for the second game of this tournament, you got to go in the last second.
And as the buzzer sounds to end the second period, the Coyotes get another opportunity, but Roman Durney is able to gobble that one up. And the middle frame comes to an end. So the Ducks outscore the Coyotes 3-2 in this second period. And coupling that with the 3 goals they got in the first, it's a 6-2 game after 40 minutes of action. Andy, what's your view from up there, the middle frame?
Well, I think the Ducks are doing a really good job of capitalizing on the mistakes for Arizona. And one thing I've noticed is it doesn't take time to develop that scoring chance after the interception is made on the mistake. We just saw it there at the end of the third period where Gruel had the opportunity. It took maybe 3 seconds to get the puck on net after it was on an Arizona stick. So that quick transition on the steal and to get a scoring chance on top of that, really impressive. It's really deflating, of course, to let one in at the end of the period for Anaheim. They did that against LA in the very first game, very first period. There was about 6.8 seconds left. They allowed a goal, but then they rebounded really well in that next period to get things going. For Arizona, you got something to build on here now. You're not going into the locker room hem-hawing. You got something to build upon and maybe try to chip away at this lead.
Well, the Coyotes with a shooting edge of 18-10 in that second period. Anaheim scores 3 times on the 10 shots, and they extend that lead to 6-2. The Coyotes getting goals from McKenna and also Burke. Burke with just 5 seconds left in the period. Of course, Anaheim getting a big performance today from Kyle Olsen. 3 goals by the 19-year-old, and also Natanen scored, and Comtois and Dosty as the Ducks lead it 6-2 at the end of 2. We're going to step aside for this second intermission. When we return to City National Arena, we'll have the call of the third period, and we'll look forward to that. So stay tuned, folks. We'll talk to you in a few minutes.